Sup, yo? Another 24-hour trades. Back at it again. Uh, Hope y'all are doing okay today. Um, so we're back in it again. It's about 6:10 this morning. I already did some analysis on what today is. Still need to do uh, some movements. But anyways, or some predictions on price movements. But anyway, we're gonna start off with news. So today we had the Fed manufacturing index, and also unemployment claims. Looks like we looks like we had some mixed news today. Um, so that was at 5:30 this morning. So news has already passed. Um, also have some existing home sales, crude oil, and natural gas. I'm not really worried too much about that news, but um, these are the only things that would have affected it. But usually unemployment claims and all that stuff happens before market open. So a lot of times, I mean, it'll like sort of affect it'll sort of affect the day, but it just it just depends. Anyways, sorry, kind of off this morning. Still getting up there. But anyways, so let's start off with the charts then. So just coming up onto the daily, still the same thing. So I mean, we had a couple bearish days in a row now, almost a week straight really of bearish pressure from our daily, and we broke through daily trend line, and now we're might be starting to make some sort of structure area, but we won't know until this candle's done, really. So right now we're just playing inside of that, trying to see what price is gonna do. I do think that eventually we're gonna get some sort of retest on this trend line, because that's normal, for price to come down and retest the area that is broken through. Plus, we never retested uh, the previous support, now turn resistance. There's a lot going on there, but that's for daily time frame. So just something to keep in mind as we go in here. I did notice a couple different things. So we're sort of in some sort of a downward trend, or channel right now. So um, this is like our 4 hour, so we're quite a ways away from this, but we are getting towards the bottom of our channel here, um, that we've been on. So we may have price continuing up, or possibly we just create a steeper. We might just break out of the channel as well. But generally speaking, we're kind of overdue for some retest, possibly. But otherwise, we could have price continuing down into these areas here. So we'll see what happens with today. But that's just for like higher time frame analysis, bumping down onto the hour. Same thing with the channel and everything. But we also have, and this is just me marking down like the further I go. So, starting from the daily trends, and then 4 hours, and 1 hour, and it starts to get kind of messy, crazy throughout here, marking up all the different support areas, resistance areas, and after a while, it's just it's kind of a jumbled mess. But yeah, no, it's I have everything that I need marked up for like my lower time frames, because I don't take that big of moves. But anyways, so for the hourly, we came down here, and we do have like a downward trend here as well. Everything's pointing downward from like all time frames, really. Um, and then we might have like some sort of miniature channel here, but again, I'm not really too worried about that. Mostly just worried about this price action here and seeing eventually if we can break out of that, then we have better opportunity for buys, because then we also have some resistance areas that we can break to that shows that we're switching bias. But right now, anyways, um, if we come down onto our 5-minute time frame, this is where I drew up some analysis. Maybe we can see it better on the 15. So we got a couple different zones here. Price right now, it looks like it's stuck in two different zones. So the way I price drawn up right now, so we could either get a break out of here and a break of this trend line, and possibly continue on for all the points that we need. Even the bottom of this wick is about 64. Only take 50 for profits, but I think we could get some continuation down to this major level of support, which would be 140 points away. Same thing from the upside. So you can see we have two high points here, so we're kind of squeezing in here. I forget what the actual name of this structure is, but we're forming some sort of a like pennant, I think is what they call it. But either way, so all we know is that if we break this minor support and trend line, then we would take sells, and vice versa, breaking this upper trend and breaking through this resistance area, and we can look for some buys. Now buys do look slightly cleaner, I would say. Only thing is that we have this right here is more of an impulsive, because it has the points that I need to get to the next resistance area. Really where I think safe buys would be at is here, because we have a little bit more space to play around with. We do have this downward trend line that we're messing around on, but we could continue up to the next from the left side of our chart here. Hold on. From the left side of our chart here, we have from the left side here. Sorry, I got two screens, so it's kind of sometimes I think I'm on the screen, I'm not. But from the left side of the chart here, we have clear traffic, so buys look nice, and we are, a little bit overdue for some movement. But it is what it is. All we can do is wait and see what price is going to do. So I think we got some pretty clear signals today. If we're going to buy, we're going to buy. If we're going to sell, then we have that analysis. So now we just kind of wait and see what price is going to do. I know there's not really too much to do with the higher time frame on today's. But overall, like if I was going to say anything for the higher time frame, we're still bearish. That's pretty much it. So I mean, sells are always going to be on until they're not. So yeah, looks decent. So we'll just see what price does. All right. Anyways, so yeah, just price watching right now. See what we got going on. Let's see, we did tap out just now on support area. Let's see, we're a lot closer for sells right now than we are for buys, but so honestly, I think if we get up to these upper zones up here, then I'll be looking for like rejections for sells, unless we just smash through this area here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think today might be one of those days where we just gotta have patience. Unless we just continue to break through like all the zones, then patience is gonna be our friend today. Looks like 828. Got a little bit of time left on the clock. Let me go ahead and refresh this real quick. Like prices coming up a little bit for reasonable levels. We'll see where we go from here. Oh yeah. All right. Just about to get some market open. Come on, market open. Give me the juice. Yeah, buddy. All right. What do we got? Dropping below. No. Just a ton of rejections. Oof. Ooh, that's huge liquidity. Ooh, buyers are coming in for the win. Wow. What an order. What an order. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. So we just smashed up like 70 points away from any entry zones we were looking into. Yeah. Looks like we might get some buying pressure after all. See how volume turns out. Still about 70 points away from any buying activity. 242 is where I'm interested, but we'll see what price does. Wow. Just entered in 45 is where I'm at. And stops would be at, oops, market execution. So we entered at 45. We did have a little bit of drawdown there. Stops are at 15 actually. See where price takes us. That was a little bit of an early entry. I should have waited for some closes. So don't be like me. Because we were also looking for rejections from this area, so probably a bad entry on my part. I would not be surprised if I just got smashed out right now. We got stopped. Fuck. Dang. And you know what's crazy? Is that would have been 2 rejections and a breakout. Let me go ahead and measure this real quick. 9:05:02. Boom. Would have entered right here. What would happen? Yeah, a whole lot of non. I even said at the beginning, this would require some patience today, and that we did not have. Did not have patience. Got really impulsive and entered. Um, and how often does that work out? Yeah, that could have been a really nice sell catch right there. Until it wasn't. Uh, yeah. So it would have been nice until it wasn't. Um, I'm not in a trade right now. I took my trades. Bad idea. Almost instantly into negative. Um, but yeah, we're just looking over. Um, I thought we might get some rejections from that area, especially since we have price push up so much. Um, but chances are, like right here, we probably wouldn't even. Maybe we would have tapped out on our profits. I'm not sure, but all that matters is the first trade for the sample size and everything. Um, that's all that really counts. Uh, so yeah, yeah. So we're let's see if curious to see what happens. Uh, but yeah, we just got like a little impulsive on our entry. Um, Depending on if we get stopped out here or not, we would have already because we had our 2 rejections and a breakout. So if this would have got stopped out, then either way, today we would have gotten stopped whether we waited or not. Whether we waited or not. So not really like too terribly mad at myself right now. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, um, I don't know where we're gonna be in the future with how we're gonna be doing our trading. We're almost about halfway through this sample size now um, to see what um, to see how my trading is percentage wise, profit wise, things like that. So if we continue on, there's a couple different things that I'm looking at to. There's a couple different things that I'm looking at to try and build myself or build a better uh, build a better trading plan for myself. So one of them, I think I said in the past, has been stop or like with the stop loss, see if we can shorten it up. because generally I want to know like all my entries, if or all my winning trades, like what is like the max amount that the price will go before it should be getting stopped out. Um, because if on average winning trade I only have a max drawdown of like 15 to 20 points, then it would be nice to pull up that stop loss so that instead of eating 30 every time, I can just eat like 15 to 20, which is going to be a little bit quicker reactions to the market, but I think it will save me a lot of money in the long run to have a shorter stop loss rather than a bigger one, just because. So 30 is kind of like the base, like where we have it. But the thing is, like, we need to get some more winning trades to figure out like what that stop loss should be. Because right now I don't feel comfortable. First of all, and second of all, I'm still in a sample size. So probably what will happen is I'll do one sample size um, like this with a 30, and then I'll do another sample size again, just the same as what I'm doing right now, um, and we'll see how that goes. Um, and then after that, I'll use like the win rates to determine what the stop loss should be, and if we can extend out the take profit as well. Um, because if we can extend out our take profit to like let's say for example like 100 points, and then cut down stop loss, or even just cutting down the stop loss would be great. That is just huge in of itself to take less, uh, to eat less money to figure out if you're right or not. So if we can cut down the stop loss, we're gonna save money. If we can increase our take profits too, then we can just make more money to then have the ability to lose. Sounds ridiculous, but it's the truth. And we would have got stopped out right here, by the way. So yeah, that would have been stopped out. So either way, we we got just messed up today. So um, which I guess makes me feel a little better. Shouldn't. Um, but yeah, so uh, mostly a lot of this just looks like on my part. I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is da da da. This is this da da da. But uh, it's not as bad as like I don't think it's as bad as I think it is, because it's just a sample size. And B, I'm learning. I'm just learning about myself, my trading style, and um, that's something that I'm just gonna improve on over time. So slowly but surely, we'll be adjusting our stop loss levels, our take profit levels, different entries, um, things of that nature. But for now, it's just all gonna be um, the same exact uh, trades over and over and over and over and over and over and over all throughout the month, because I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the month. I could be literally be down 10 trades straight, and and think that that's shitty. Well, I gotta fucking finish through the rest of the month, because I don't know. Um, if that's what the whole trading plan is just 10, all going to be losses over the whole span of 20 trades, or if it's just those 10 like crappy trades. I don't know. And so like that's the thing about a sample size is you don't know until the sample size is over, and then run it again to see if the first one was valid. Find out what the validity is over, 2 or 3 sample sizes, and figure out what's going on with your trading methodologies. So I mean, that's 2 months out of your trading plan, 2 months out of mine. And before, what I was doing before wasn't profitable at all. Oh, look, I don't even mind showing it. So you see, what is this? negative 7.7% loss on the entire account, on the whole thing. I don't know like how else to stress that what I was doing was not profitable. That is not profitable at all. At all. So that's all I'm saying is like cutting back losses is so crucial. So crucial. So crucial. Needs to be done. So I just can't imagine all my wins this so far since I've started the sample size. One thing I can say that I'm happy about over anything is all my wins have been bigger than my losses. Every single one. Every single one. Not a single loss has been bigger than any of my wins. That means my wins are always eating up at least one loss and some more of another one. Every single one. And that's important to me. That is important to me. Because it means I'm doing something right this month. Whether my trading plan ends up working at the end of the month or not, this part I know is right. This part I know is right. So you want your wins to outweigh your losses. So, you know, unless you're just fucking winning 90% of the time, but you know, if that's you, cool. If that's you, cool. Uh, but it's uh, this is what I want, and I think this is what makes me feel good because I don't have to be I don't have to be a super trader to in order to um, anyways, yeah. I just I don't need to be a super trader in order to make money. That's the point I'm trying to make. Don't have to be a super trader. You can just be an average trader who knows how to manage their money, and you can make money. That's what I want to be, and so I'm just trying to see if it's possible to be like that. Is it possible to just be an average Sean Renfro uh, and make some money in the market, yo? Like, is it possible, or should I find something else to do? Or should I keep just working at it, making it better, better, better? So eventually, like, I'm hoping the trading plan will just be so solid that, risk management's so solid that it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I trade 50% on the account. Because if I'm profiting 100 points and only losing 20, what fucking difference does that make? So that's all I'm trying to figure out. Anyways, enough of my rambling. I know I went on enough today. Um, so I hope y'all, learned at least a little something. I know it's hard to say with a loss on the books, but I would just say just stay patient because if I had waited for a little bit more confirmations, maybe would I have gotten to this position. Today it looks like yeah I would have anyways gotten to the same position, but regardless, yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have some better price for us, so take some profits. So, anyways, y'all have a good day.